look like we live. So we'll go right here.
Recording in progress.
All right. Greetings, family, friends, and the world. This is Mikael Eric Harris, better known as the Juice, also known as the Alkaline Water Guy. How is everyone doing on this beautiful night? This is the night after Monday. We call Mikael's Knowledge of Truth. It's the night that we're broadcasting tonight. And this day, the day was April 6th, 2026. It was April 6th, 2026. And tomorrow is the last day of unleavened bread. Tomorrow is the last day of unleavened bread. I'm thinking I might speak on that tonight or whatever the creator put on my mind. I hadn't spoke on the Passover. It actually it didn't really sneak up on me, but it did because I was on to it, but just doing things in the process, a lot of things was happening. But other than that, I'd like to say greetings to everyone. Hopefully everybody had a great and beautiful day and had a great weekend. And we're at the beginning of the week. We're at the end of the second day. We're in actually the third night is actually where we are. The night starts before the day. So I'd like to say greetings to everyone and welcome to whoever that may come through. Welcome to Mikael's Knowledge of Truth. And we're going to start off with our prayer and then wherever the Creator guide us from there. We'll go from there. Start off with Blessed be thou, Father of the universe, that bring forth all living creatures forth from the earth. Blessed be thou, Father of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Blessed be the Father of Israel. Blessed be the Father of the 12 tribes of Israel. Thank you, Father, for all you've done, been doing, and plan to do. We ask you to keep giving us wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, life, health, and strength, food, shelter, and clothing. Let us be happy, healthy, wealthy, wise, and prosperous in all that we do. We ask you to keep leading and guiding us so we can help lead and guide others in your knowledge, your word, your ruach, and your way. We ask you to keep your arm protection on us, keep us in every way, help us in every way, that we may grow and prosper in your word and in your way. We ask you to forgive us of all the sins that we, our ancestors, and our forefathers have done in your sight and the things that we have done just provoking you to anger. We ask you to forgive us of these things. And as we turn around, please lift the spirit of darkness of deep sleep from us, and that we may awaken to your glorious light, that we may come and succumb to bringing your process of bringing your kingdom into fruition as we awaken in this day and time. We also ask you, Father, allow us to understand and to know the blessings and the curses, which is all through the book, but your main Deuteronomy 28, which shows us in the first 14 verses the blessings and the curses from the 15th through the 68th verse, to understand where we are and the things that we're going through that cause us to have these curses upon us by not doing your laws and your will. We ask you to help us in every way, whether it's physical, mental, emotional, financial, or spiritual. And in all these things we pray, hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Praise you Almighty. Praise you Almighty. Praise you Almighty. Excuse me. Other than that, how is everyone doing on this beautiful night after Monday, the sixth day of what they call April? And we're in the time of spring at this point in time. And don't forget, this is the day before the last, well, that was the day before the last day. Tomorrow's our last day of eating unleavened bread and having unleavened bread around us and about us and eating, or before we go back to eating if anybody decides to. So other than that, I kind of wanted to go over that a little bit in Exodus chapter 12. I've seen that a few times in scripture. A few people are speaking on it as well. So I said, let me go ahead in here and check this out. Exodus chapter 12. And as we go through this, we'll see what the Creator pronounced and all he said. In Revelations 12, all right? Actually, it talks about the Passover. And we have to recognize when the Passover is. We have to recognize when the Passover is, which is actually 14 days. You prepare for the Passover 14 days the 14th day at even, which is actually at noon. The 14th day at even, which is actually at noon. That's the beginning of the evening. You start preparing it. You have to dress it, which is undress it actually. Um, you have to slaughter it, which is, excuse me, you do a halal style when you get a real sharp knife and you cut the main artery, and this knife should be so sharp it shouldn't even feel the cut. And when that artery bleeds, as it bleeds, it'll die gently. And then from that point on, you start to undress it by taking the coat off of it, and then the Creator tells us how we're supposed to prepare it, and then when we're supposed to eat it, and what we're not supposed to let stay until the next day. Anything that's the next day, excuse me, it's supposed to be burned with fire. Excuse me. So let's go in here and look at chapter 12 and see if we can find on what the Creator said according to the Passover instituted. All right. The Passover instituted. All right. And then we're going to the unleavened bread. So Exodus chapter 12 states, and Yah spake unto Moses and Aaron in the land of Egypt, saying, they was in the land at this time, in the land of Egypt, saying, this month shall be unto you the beginning of months. See, this is unto the children of Israel. The beginning of months. This month shall be unto you the beginning of months. It shall be the first month of the year to you, to Israel. They were the head. They was leading Israel. This is who the Creator told. The Creator spoke to Moses and spoke to Aaron in the land of Egypt. Excuse me. Sorry about that. In the land of Egypt. So the beginning of months is what they call Abib, right? So at the beginning of months is Abib. Let's do something real quick. Since I'm on my computer, and let's see something real quick. Let's see if I can find something. Let me see something right quick. No, since I'm on my computer and since we're here, let's look up some things real quick. I'm going to a Hebrew converter. I'm going to my Hebrew converter. I got a Hebrew converter. You can actually type up in your search engine Hebrew converter, right? We actually use this part of our documents just to let y'all know. But Wednesday, April 1st is the 14th of Nisan. That's Wednesday, April 1st. Now, that's Wednesday. The first day of Nisan, which is Abib, Abib and Nisan is of the same month. Let's go to the 19th. 19th of March. All right. Convert to Hebrew. And the Thursday, the March 19th, was the first of Nisan, right? Thursday, March 19, 2026 was the first of Nisan according to the Hebrew calendar that we have, right? All right, that's according to the Hebrew calendar. I like to go with the actual new moon, which is actually the dark moon. That's the actual new moon. A lot of people look for that little slither, but I don't know through customs or through traditions who said that, but I'm gonna give you common sense. If the full moon, which is full of light, is full moon, the opposite of the full moon is the new moon. The new moon is all darkness. Now, and so someone can really prove me wrong, that's my theory and that's my point of view on the new moon. So when the new moon comes, now I thought it was supposed to be on the 18th, but it could be the 19th. But the whole point, the new moon is in that night before the following day. All right? Even the heathen, which is the Romans, give you half a night to say it starts a new day. That half a night is at midnight. They say this is a new day, but they got everything wrong because you can't have day in the night. The light is the day, the darkness is the night. The darkness is before the day. But they even show you that the darkness starts the cycle before the daylight period. So I'm just giving you understanding. All right. A lot of people don't like to listen. You can listen if you want to. Please do, because I hope you understand something and pick up some information. But as we can see, the 19th of March, and I don't have a calendar here, and this computer just went out. It ain't been showing nothing at all. I can't cut that baby. I cut it off last night. Cut it off last night because I couldn't. It wasn't showing nothing. I was going to have it help me out, but it's not showing nothing, so I can worry about it at the moment. So the 19th of March, we had 31 days in March. So 19th was the first. Was the first of Nisan. So the 19th, 20th, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, right? The 28th was the 10th. That's when you're supposed to got the Passover, pulled them out and got them prepared for the next few days. Mainly fasting. I think he was only drinking, he supposed to only drink water, but we're going to read about that in a few moments. But the 19, 21, 22, 23, 24, 5, 6, 7, 28. That's 19th, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28 was the 10th day, 28, 29, 30, 31. 31. So the first was the 14th. That's the day. So the second is when we actually had Passover. If we counting March, or we counting 19th being the first day. So the second was the Passover. The second was the second was the day of unleavened bread. The first was Passover. All right. 28, 29, 30, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. 28, 29, 30, 31. The first was the 14th. The first was the 14th. And I think the first was when? Let's look here. Should I say the 14th was the, let's look at this again. On the Hebrew calendar. 1st of April was what? Was the 14th. Yep. The 1st of April was the 14th. So at noon, the 1st of April at noonday, right? At noonday, the 1st of April was the 14th. And that's when they were supposed to start preparing the Passover on April 14th. I'm sorry, April 1st, which is the 14th of Nisan, which is the 14th of Abib or Nisan, right? So that's according to the Hebrew calendar converter, the Hebrew converter that we have, that I'm looking at. I couldn't see because I thought it was probably the 18th. I know it was 18th or 19th, but I couldn't see the moon. I couldn't see because it was all cloudy. They had chemtrails. That's really why I couldn't see it. Not the fact that it was all dark anyway, but the fact we couldn't see it, that would be the new moon. But just yet and still, April 1st was the 14th of Nisan. That was in that day at noon was supposed to be preparing of the lamb, supposedly. Now, some people keep the Passover, some people don't, some people observe it. Now, we're supposed to observe it as a memorial. Now, keeping it and doing it the way that it says, I'm not one to say yay or nay, but we're supposed to observe it. We're going to look at that in the scriptures as well and see what the scripture says about it, right? So, but people look at this in many different ways. So I'm not one to say who right, who wrong. I know that we're supposed to do it in the land. We don't know. It's so much evidence showing and keep coming up that this is supposed to be the land. United States, even though they're saying the land over there, they call is where the Israelis is at. They say we don't know. I don't know. So I'm not going to tell you something that I know, because the way these Caucasians change stuff around in the earth, they probably turn something upside down purposely. So I can't say. But yet still, of the 14th of Nisan was the 1st of April. Today is the 6th. So the day of unleavened bread started on the 7th. On the 2nd. The 2nd was I can't tell you what day it was right now. Or the 2nd was Thursday. The 2nd was Thursday. So if the 2nd was Thursday, it was the 2nd, that's the first day. 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th. On the 8th. So we got 2 days. We got tomorrow, and then we got, which tomorrow's Tuesday, and Wednesday is our last day of unleavened bread. Wednesday is our last day of unleavened bread. I just know I mainly just jumped on it. It's been so much going on. And even though I was supposed to keep it's things that has to be done that I need to get done in order for a certain member of my family to keep the Passover, so he wasn't able to do it no way. So there's some things that I have been planning on doing, but certain things just came up, so some that's supposed to been happen is just things that's been getting in the way. Other things, that is. So other than that, still observe it. We're observing on days of unleavened bread as we're supposed to, and we're growing. Some people use the land of our captivity as excuses to do certain things or not to do certain things. So it's up to you to do and ask the Creator to lead and guide you for what you need to do to understand. Talk to the Creator. Stop listening to people. Talk to the Creator. He gonna lead you to somebody, and somebody's gonna resonate with your spirit. Your spirit is going to resonate with whoever it is that your spirit needs to resonate to understand what needs to do, what you need to do, and what needs to go on. All right. Excuse me. All you gotta do is talk to the Creator. He gonna lead and guide you. Excuse me. You got to put your trust in the Creator. So now we know the 8th. The 8th is the last day. Let's see. The 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th is the last day. The 8th is the last day. Today, the 6th, we got 2 more days of unleavened bread, and then we'll be back on schedule. But this is the memorial that we're supposed to have, and we're supposed to have a holy convocation on that day as well. All right. I was planning on doing, like I said, with so much going on, I was planning on having I think I was tired. I think I was really tired. I think I was just laid back that day, and I didn't want to force myself to go by doing it. So I didn't. Matter of fact, I'm just speaking on it right now because I haven't. Not saying I didn't want to do it, but I just haven't. I like to make sure that I'm good and that I'm in order with what I'm doing. And this is one of the first times I really hadn't been on it, like, one of the first times since I've been in this position in the way I've been doing certain things. So other than that, the 8th is the last day of unleavened bread. So today, not today. What do we have today? Let's say today is the 6th. Let's see what we're looking at in today is the 6th of April. And this would give us what today was anyway. It's not the 6th now. Monday, April 2026. It's the 19th of Nisan. It's the 19th of Nisan today. And 2021. Yep, that'd be 7 days. 21. And the day is the 19th of Nisan or Abib, and which is in English or Gregorian is Monday the 6th. Monday the 6th of April 2026. So I just wanted to get that and share that to see and have that online, and where I can pull that up where you can actually see it on screen. All right, so now let's get to doing some reading. Exodus chapter 12. Exodus chapter 12. The Passover instituted. Okay. And Yah spake unto Moses and Aaron in the land of Egypt, saying, This month shall be unto you the beginning of months. It shall be the first month of the year to you, which is the beginning of the year. 3. Speak ye unto all the congregation of Israel, saying, in the 10th day of this month, see the 10th day? The 10th day, I didn't see which day it was. I think the 28th was the 10th day. The 28th of March was the 10th day. I believe it was 28, 29, 30. Yeah, because the second, because the first, 28, 29, 30, 31. Yep, exactly. The 28th was the 10th day. 10th day of this month ye shall take to them every man a lamb according to the house of their fathers, a lamb for a house, all right? A lamb for a house. And if the house be too little, which is too small for the lamb, let him and his neighbor next to his house take it according to the number of the souls. You see that? Take it according to the number of the souls. Every man according to his eating shall make your account for the lamb. 5. Your lamb shall be without blemish. You see that? Your lamb should be without blemish, a male of the first year. It should be of the first year. A male of the first year. Your lamb shall be without blemish, a male of the first year within the first year. Ye shall take it out from the sheep. Of the first year, you should take it out from the sheep or from the goat. Now, some people you think it was the lamb or a goat. That's not what's being said. He said you take the lamb from the sheep or from the goat. That means if the lambs is amongst the goats or amongst the sheep, you take that lamb from amongst them. A lamb is what it's saying. He didn't say do goat. I remember at one time people talking about goat back in the day, but it's not talking about goat. It said a lamb. The creator specific when he's saying, he said take it off from them that they might be in the same pasture. See? 6. And ye shall keep it up until the 14th day. And the 14th day was the first. The first of Nisan, or the first of Nisan. The 14th day of Nisan was the 1st of April. Let me put it like that. That was the 1st of April. And ye shall keep it up until the 14th day of the same month. And the whole assembly of the congregation of Israel shall kill it in the evening. See, the evening starts at noon. Kill it in the evening. It starts at noon. It didn't say when in the evening, but the evening actually starts at noon. A lot of us think the evening starts when the sun is down or practically down. When the sun starts to go down, meaning at the peak of the day, when the sun is going down is the evening. It's the beginning of the evening, mid-evening, late evening, and then night. A lot of people don't understand that. In the evening. 7. And they shall take of the blood and strike it on the 2 side posts and on the upper door posts of the houses, wherein they shall eat it. Okay. And they shall eat the flesh in that night, roast with fire and unleavened bread. Okay, you're supposed to eat unleavened bread that night as well. And they shall eat the flesh in that night, roast with fire and unleavened bread, and with bitter herbs they shall eat it. That's something that needs to be really looked at. That's verse 8. Eat the flesh in that night. So you say in the night with unleavened bread then. Unleavened bread poor men start, I guess you started taking out your house, but at this point, he said we're supposed to eat with unleavened bread at that time. All right? Eat not of it raw. Don't eat none of it raw. We're not supposed to eat raw flesh, no way. Eat not of it raw. That means nor sodden at all with water, but roast with fire his head with his legs and with this pertinence together. Everything in it. But you're supposed to, that's why you put it up to fast for 3 days. What, from the 14th, from 10th, 11, 12, 13, then the 14th, you bring it out to slaughter it, right? 9 again, eat none of it raw, nor sodden at all with water, but roast with fire, his head with his legs, and with the pertinence thereof. So it takes time to roast. That's why I'm trying to tell you. At noon is when you kill it. Then you start to roast it throughout the day. You roast it, slow cook it. You know what I'm saying? Over a fire. And ye shall let nothing of it remain until the morning. You see that? Don't let none of it remain until the morning. This is what people need to really understand. All right. Sodden it all with water, fire. Praise that. Ye shall let none of it remain until the morning. And that which remaineth of it until the morning shall burn it with fire. I mean, you're not supposed to eat it at all during the day or during the daylight period. That's all at night. And thus shall ye eat it, with your loins girded, with your shoes on your feet. That's how we're supposed to eat it. That's the way we're supposed to do it. And that's how ye shall eat it, with your loins girded, your shoes on your feet, and your staff in your hand, and ye shall eat it in haste. It is Yah's Passover. For I will pass through the land of Egypt this night, that night, and will smite all the firstborn in the land of Egypt, both man and beast, and against all the deities of Egypt I will execute judgment. I am Yah. Excuse me. That reminds me of coronavirus. He executed judgment around coronavirus. That was judgment at that time, whether people realize it or not. Even though Yah say man did it, it still was of the Father. I am Yah. 13. And say, and the blood shall be to you for a token. See, the blood is for a token upon the houses where ye are. It's going to be a token upon you where you at. And when I see the blood, I will pass over you, and the plague shall not be upon you to destroy you, when I smite the land of Egypt. Y'all know something? That right there just kind of stuck out to me. When I see the blood, y'all know that would be a shock. I ain't say that would be a shock because the Creator said he'll do it. But just imagine if this was the time that the Creator, let's just say there was a time that the Creator is going to do this around this time, beginning of the year, around a time like this, and this is around the time of Passover. Let's just say this, and then, but we do it actually like it says here in the land, and they do something like throw a missile, a bomb, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? If they actually did something in this day and time, and we actually did that in the house, put blood on the mantles of the door, we actually did it just like it says here, and that actually happened. That just came to my mind. And even though it was radiation and all, a bomb, whatever it is, and we did that at the set time in the year when something was going to happen, and that we actually did that. And when we did it, we didn't get harm or hurt. Imagine that. Y'all, a lot of people be shocked. But the people that don't do it, and people was being warned. Let's just say the Creator warned us through a prophet, somebody that we know that is authentic in the word, that man, okay, man, like a lot of people that's on here on the Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. What's up, Sakar? How you doing, my bruh? On Instagram, YouTube, or what have you. A lot of people know him, right? And he say, listen, everyone, the Passover gonna need to be done correct this year. This year, the Passover will have to be done correct. I mean, they saying according, but they keep reiterating, like Noah. They keep reiterating, do the Passover like the Creator said, do it. The Passover is gonna come through. The Passover is gonna happen. Nobody know what the death angel gonna be. It might be like the coronavirus. It might be a bomb. Anything, whatever it is. Let's just say that happened. But somebody that the Creator had told them to let it be known, and they've been pushing it, and they've been doing it. They've been telling everybody, do the Passover correct, do it according to the scriptures, do it according. And then some, oh man, we ain't in the land. No, I'm just saying, whether we in the land or not, I'm just saying, suppose this came about and he told everybody to do it. And a lot of these Hebrew Israelite brothers, because we got a lot of stubborn ones out there, well, we ain't in the land. We ain't supposed to do it over here. We ain't in the land. Oh, yeah, y'all don't want to keep saying we in Egypt. We in Egypt. We in our enemy's land. We supposed to be doing the Passover. Okay. Dang, that just hit me. Egypt is where they first did it at. That's something. In the enemy's land. Matter of fact, a brother asked me that. When did they do the Passover outside the land? They did that in Egypt. Matter of fact, ooh, man, that hit me as well. It was in Egypt when it was first done. Then it was done in the wilderness. But the brothers say, when they ever did the Passover outside the land? In Egypt. Dang, you see how stuff can be so far in your face that you can't even see? The Father, thank you, Father. Ooh, man. Think about that. Even though that is when it was first done, where was that when it was done? It was done in Egypt. That was the first Passover. In Egypt, outside the land. People are so busy that we're supposed to do it in the land. We're supposed to do it in the land. It was first done outside the land in Egypt. Dang, you see how the freedom. Man, the Father just show you stuff so clear as day. Egypt was the first place it was done at, outside the land, in their enemy's land. It was in their enemy's land when it first happened. Now, that just go with the theory of what I'm seeing here. I'm gonna show you something here in a few moments when the Creator said, he said, do this throughout your generations. Throughout your generations. Keep this throughout your generations. But it happened in Egypt first. Now, I'm not trying to say you should do what you should not do, but I'm going by what the reality just hit me at. Thank you, Father. He's do it all the time. Thank you, Almighty. Y'all probably said, man, what are you talking about? I'm telling you, we did it in Egypt first. Egypt was the first place we did Passover. First place. Now, I'm not trying to tell you what to do or what not to do, but what just hit me was like a revelation. Because a lot of people always ask, when did children of Israel do Passover outside the land? And I told this brother, I said he did it in the wilderness. The Creator was with them then. Okay. That's another point. Remember, he kept telling Moses to tell Pharaoh to let them go 3-day journey so they can serve me in the wilderness? They were still in Egypt under Pharaoh, even though Creator moved Moses to go get them. Dang, man, y'all. Ooh, man, boy. Now, I'm just going to tell you. Me, myself, I never, well, I can say I didn't because me and some other, the place I went to, we was doing the Passover, but I was learning at the time. The place my first learned. So I never actually got a lamb and did it myself, but I'm going to tell you, it's like a revelation is hitting me right now for me to see when Passover was first done. Passover was first done in Egypt. Where are we? Where do people say we at right now? We in Egypt. And I was just saying as an example, suppose the Creator told somebody, just like he did with Moses. Moses warned the people, told them what to do. Suppose the Creator did the same thing with somebody like myself or somebody out here that's well known. And then the Creator tell that person, let people know to keep the Passover. Let them know this year what happened, but it came directly, and people say, "Thus said," and the guy, myself or whoever it may be, "Thus said the Lord, keep the Passover, do it just like it in the book. Slay the lamb, put the blood on it." Suppose that happened, and as I'm sharing that, just hypothetically, It made me realize that was the first, and then it was on my mind, when did they keep the Passover outside the land? And then, like I said, I made a point. I said, bruh, it told you, I'm going to read it, I'm going to get to it, but this is really knocking me out. I'm telling y'all, this is really tripping me out where I'm at right now, because that was I'm reading it. But see, a lot of times, like I tell y'all, people don't even realize a sign can be right in your face and you don't even see it. The Creator could be showing you something, and He's showing you right there, like He did in 1 Kings chapter 13. When the young prophet came and gave a sign. First, he gave a prophecy, said a king by Josiah. I don't know if he said king or not. Josiah by name. He's going to come and he's going to burn these priest bones upon the altar. Then he said he's going to give a sign. The sign is that the altar is going to rent and the ash is going to be poured out. And within the next couple of verses, it was rent. Soon as Jeroboam grabbed this, then the altar was rent, or whatever was the ash was rent, and then the ash is poured out right then and there. A lot of people don't know signs. A lot of times when the Creator gives signs, it used to be right then, and some people don't even catch it, right in their face, and they don't get it. It's right there, and I've seen it several times, and I've told a couple of people about it, and they couldn't see it. My brother Sakar, for instance, right? My brother Sakar, me and him had a conversation. And me and him, we had a conversation at my last house. We sitting there having a conversation, and then he got on about names. The fuck won't change our names. I said, yeah, but people's names has already been changed. He said, no, they ain't doing that yet. They ain't. I said, bruh. I said, what's your name? He said, Sakar. I said, what's your government name? I think he said Jason or whatever it was. Gerald, it started with a J, I believe, but whatever, Raphael, Jason, not Raphael, Jake, something. The whole point is, I said, what do you call yourself? I call myself Sakar. I said, what name do you go by? Sakar, but what's your government name? Reginald, whatever it is. That's what he said his name was, Reginald. I said, bro, your name changed right there, and you don't even see it. No. I said, bro, you're going by Sakar. You have to use Reginald because that's the government to get the benefits and stuff, but you go by Sakar. My name was Michael, born and raised Michael Harris. My spiritual name is Mikhael. Spelled Michael, but pronounced Mikhael. This big old foe. Mikhael. That's my name. Who is like God, which is the title of that name. But the point I'm getting at, the name is changed. How many Hebrew Israelites around here that change their name, not even physical, but mentally and spiritually? They go by what they're being called. The name is changed, and that's in the book. The Creator gonna change your name. Your name is changed. Y'all don't even realize this is how come people don't understand how the Creator works. The Creator have information right in your face, and you can't see it. Right in your face. And people can't see it. We in Egypt, as they say. This is Egypt. I ask almost any Hebrew Israelite, are we not in Egypt today? Spiritual Egypt. Not Egypt, not Mizraim, but spiritual Egypt, as they say. Almost every Hebrew Israelite that I'll talk to, they'll tell you, yeah. They'll say, yeah, we in Egypt today. Where's the first place we had our Passover? In Egypt. See, people so busy trying to look at something way over there, and it's too close to home, and y'all can't even see. This is what I'm saying. Thank the Father, He lets me see things on a note and a way that I can really understand. He gives it to me where I can understand it right. And as I'm talking, it revealed itself. You know, so I'm just telling you from my understanding and what I come to see. So again, 14 now. Well, let me hit 13. And the blood shall be to you for a token upon the houses where ye are. And when I see the blood, I will pass over you, and the plague shall not be upon you to destroy you when I smite the land of Egypt. Now, this is supposed to be modern day Egypt, spiritual Egypt. but yet still physical Egypt, or actually Mizraim, was where they had the first Passover at, outside the land. Boy, man, thank you, Father. Stuff can be so close to home. It's just like something so close to you, you can't even see. You're looking all around for it. It's right in your face. I'm looking for my glasses. Where my glasses at? Dang, what my glasses? I can't find them. My glasses. Somebody, there you go. They're right there. Yeah. Man, dang, I thought I'm looking for my glasses. They too close to home. This is what I'm saying with signs and situations as well. People can't see. But then someone come and tell you something like that. Oh, he crazy. He don't know what he talking about. And then ask him the same question. I want to ask you a question. Where's the first place the Passover was done at? In Egypt. Was it in the land? It was done in Egypt. Okay. I'm going to leave it at that. Think about that for a minute. But let's keep it moving. Verse 14. And this day shall be unto you for a memorial. This is what I'm saying. It was done in Egypt to show you it was outside the land at the time. I'm not trying to convince you of anything, but this is what I'm seeing at this moment in time. First time ever really got the realization of this. Because a lot of time when you're listening to people, you listen to everybody's on the same frequency way out there. Until you start getting together and you get into the word, like I always tell you, you get in for yourself. The Creator's going to show you what you need to know. It's up to you to get there, though. You got to get in there and start reading. Ask the Creator to lead and guide you. I'm definitely going to, when I get off this, I'm going straight there because he showed me, tell me when they had celebrated the Passover outside the land. And then when I said in the wilderness, I'm talking about in captivity. I'm going to hit them. Egypt. Definitely. Watch. And this day, verse 14, Exodus 12:14, and this day shall be unto you for a memorial, and ye shall keep it a feast to Yah throughout your generations. And this is the key. So if he said keep it throughout your generations, they was in the land, in the land of Egypt at the time. I'm only going by what I'm seeing now. I'm not trying to convince nobody of anything. I'm going by what I see and what I'm seeing in my face. All right? It says, and this day shall be unto you for a memorial. For a memorial. And ye shall keep it a feast throughout your, when they say generations, does the generations ever stop? I'm asking questions. That's it. Throughout your generations, ye shall keep it a feast by an ordinance forever. You see that? Now I even came up to the understanding about where he put his place, where he put his name at. I'm not saying we ain't supposed to do it where he put his name at. That's where he wants to come and have a convocation as a gathering of a family, but that's something else. I'm getting on that later. There's a lot of things that the Creator been really opening my mind to. Now, I hope I'm not veering off or looking wrong or seeing things wrong. It's just that what I'm seeing and getting an understanding to compared to what we think, different than what we think. We think one thing and what we thinking ain't right. A lot of people looking at the Creator's name as a physical name. They can't understand the representation of the Creator's name is his law. Hey. Verse 15, 7 days shall ye eat. Okay, here we go. 7 days shall ye eat unleavened bread. Even the first day ye shall put away leaven out of your house. Okay, this is a key. Even the first day ye shall put leaven out of your houses. For whosoever eateth leavened bread from the first day until the seventh day. Okay, I guess that's the 7 days. Okay, this is talking about at that time. From the first day until the seventh day, that soul shall be cut off from Israel. Let's make sure I get this again. 15. 7 days, okay. by an ordinance forever. Then 7 days shall ye eat unleavened bread. Even the first day ye shall put away leaven out of your houses. For whosoever eateth leavened bread from the first day until the 7th day, that soul shall be cut off from Israel. 16. And in the first day there shall be a holy convocation. And in the 7th day there shall be a holy convocation. So the 8th is going to be a holy convocation on the 8th. Now I plan on coming back and being here at that time on the 8th because I'm not going to be working. So I'm going to be here on the 8th having a holy convocation unless I go somewhere. If someone I feel comfortable with invite me or I'll go somewhere, I'll go there. I'm saying that for a purpose. So Carl know what I'm talking about. And in the first day there shall be a holy convocation, and in the 7th day there shall be a holy convocation to you. No manner of work shall be done in them, save that which every man must eat, that only may be done for you. That means you can prepare your food. Other than that, you can't be out here working. And ye shall observe, 17, and ye shall observe the feast of unleavened bread. Here we go. And ye shall observe the feast of unleavened bread, for in this selfsame day have I brought your armies out of the land of Egypt. Therefore shall ye observe this day in your generations by an ordinance forever. By an ordinance forever. When they know something, let me just ask y'all a quick question. When does forever stop? When does forever actually stop? Days of unleavened bread, an ordinance we're supposed to do forever. Every year, same time. Now, there is a time that he had mercy upon us at the end of the second commandment. But showing mercy unto 1,000 of them that love me and keep my commandments. Why? Because we was taught away from the commandments. We was taught away from the commandment, and we was born in iniquity and born in sin and shaped in iniquity. In this, when we came to this plane with the Roman and Greek and Roman Empire in power. People don't understand. We have had mercy. The Creator has had mercy on us. We're still growing back to closer to get to Him. We're growing. We're seeking and trying to do what we can to get closer to Him as we should, so we can do what we need to do. Okay, you're back on. Okay. As I was saying, as we need to do to get closer to the Almighty. I'm saying us because we're people. A lot of us try to do certain things and they're not studying the research to know what to do and how to do, but some are studying the research and some are carefully considering, as one brother told me one time, on making certain moves. But the more you get in, the more you know, because the Creator is going to open your eyes to see things on a different way. And like I said, that was so close to home, it seems odd. And I know a lot of people listening to me right now saying, man, he crazy. But keep being in the Word. Keep studying. Keep understanding what's being said. You're going to see this Word totally different than the way the world has been teaching you. The Word going to jump out and it's going to hit you in the mind like it just did me. Okay. I'm definitely going to hit him with it, though. I know he's going to think I'm crazy. He's going to think something different. But I know it hit me tonight. And not only that, oh man, so much that I'm seeing right now. The whole world, it's so much that I see that what the Creator say, but people don't understand the way the Creator. Thank you, Father. 18. That was in your generation by an ordinance forever. Verse 18. In the first month, on the 14th day of the month, at evening. Now here we go. Check this out. In the first month, on the 14th day of the month, at evening, which is actually at noon, ye shall eat unleavened bread. Okay, that's the 14th day. This is when we're supposed to start. on the 14th day at noon, ye shall eat unleavened bread until the 120th day of the month at even. You see that? So you're actually starting the half a day before, because you ain't doing the whole day. Evening is the half a day. The full day starts on the 15th. The full day of eating unleavened bread, and we having the holy convocations on the 15th. But the 14th day at even, when we start doing the fast. That's the reason why you're not supposed to eat. There you go. You put it together. So if you're at 12 noon, we already probably taking bread, the leaven out the house. I think starting in the beginning of the month, we'll be starting to get rid of it. Now we're starting to practice, from what I'm understanding, we're starting to practice on eating unleavened bread, because at noon, we're already eating unleavened bread and whatever else we may be eating, but we eating unleavened bread. Now you're preparing the Passover. So as you're preparing the Passover, when that night come in, when you start to eat the Passover, you're going to have unleavened bread anyway. Isn't that what it said over here? In this right here, verse 8. And they shall eat the flesh in that night, roast with fire and unleavened bread. See there? So you'll already be having unleavened bread ready from noon to 14th. But you're going to start the full day on the 15th of unleavened bread for the next 7 days. Understanding is key. Understanding is key. 18 again. In the first month, on the 14th day of the month, at even, at noon, they don't have noon on here, even is beginning of noon. Or I said, even is noon is the beginning of evening, should I say, and the end of the morning. It's the end of the morning and beginning of the evening, because you only had evening and morning is a day. Evening is the second half of the day, morning is the first part of the day. In the first month, on the 14th day of the month at even, ye shall eat unleavened bread until the 120th, that means 21st day of the month at even. That means the full day. At even, I think it should be until the end of the evening at that time. Now, until the 120th day of the month at even. Now, it could be at the beginning of the evening or could it be at the end of the evening. Right? But it says that evening. 7 days shall there be no leaven found. See that? 7 days shall there be no leaven found in your houses. For whosoever eateth that which is leavened, even that soul shall be cut off from the congregation of Israel, whether he be a stranger or born in the land. You see that? Whether he be a stranger. Now, certain strangers ain't supposed to eat, but it's a criteria they have to go through in order for them to have the Passover. It's criteria. 20. Ye shall eat nothing leavened in all your, see that? Ye shall eat nothing leavened in all your habitations, shall ye eat unleavened bread. All your, and see what I'm saying? When you read this, it says all your habitations. That's no matter where you go. So then if he said that, this is what I'm saying when you start to read to understand. If you have all your habitations, some people limit all your habitations in the land. It don't say that. Y'all adding to the word. It said all your habitations. It said all your habitations in the land. And just the fact that it started in Egypt gave you your answer. This is my first time seeing it myself. I'm telling y'all straight up. This is my first time seeing it this way. Not trying to make it this way. I'm seeing it this way. And I'm telling y'all from what I'm seeing, and it's been revealed to me right now in front of y'all face. 21. Then Moses called for all the elders. See, now here we go. Then Moses called for all the elders. Let's see something real quick. Good, I got a little time. Where we at? Okay. Verse 21. Then Moses called for all the elders of Israel and said unto them, Draw out and take you a lamb according to your family. See, now the Creator did all the talking. Now Moses is starting to tell people what to do. Call for all the elders of Israel and said unto them, Draw out and take you a lamb according to your families, and kill the Passover. All right. And ye shall take a bunch of hyssop and dip it in the blood that is in the basin, and strike the lintel and the two side posts. Right? The blood that is in the basin, and with the blood that's in the basin, and none of you shall go out at the door of his house until the morning. Excuse me. Until the morning. For Yahweh passed through the For Yahweh passed through to smite the Egyptians. And when he seeth the blood upon the lintels and on the two side posts, Yah will pass over the door and will not suffer the destroyer to come in into your houses to smite you. You see what I'm saying? This is what I'm talking about. Well, this is why I started my conversation on the situation. For Yah will pass through and smite the Egyptians, and when he seeth the blood upon the lintel on the two side posts, Yah will pass over the door and will not suffer the destroyer to come in unto your houses to smite you. You see that? As I was saying, that started off this conversation earlier while we was getting on it. Suppose that this was to happen in this day and time. Let's just say around the time of the coronavirus, or a lot of these plagues that certain things are going on, and we actually did what the Creator said, and it went and it passed us up. It didn't even touch us, but it got a lot of people. That'd be something. Number one is it'll be the miracle of the Father that do it, but that's just a thought. And ye shall observe this thing for an ordinance to thee and to thy sons forever. You see, this what keeps your children to understand things. No different than right now, y'all teach y'all children Easter that just went by yesterday. Right? You know what I'm saying? Y'all teaching y'all children Easter, Christmas, Easter Bunny, and Halloween, and all this other stuff. That's embedded in them. We're supposed to do this continually so we would know to do it continually. And this is the difference, and this is the reason why we don't know. We don't know. Why we don't know? Because we don't practice it. Anything you practice, you get better at. And you just put it like this, practicing it and doing it compared to, okay, yeah, we know about it and we're going to sit back. And if you don't know how to undress a lamb, if you don't know how to do those things, how you going to do it? How you going to teach your child to do it if you don't know how to do it? We teach our children the stuff that we know. You see what I'm saying? The more I'm sitting up and talking, the more I'm beginning to see things on a whole different level. The Father said forever. Now, this one brother I know, I ain't going to say no names, but one of the same brother I'm talking about, he said, you can't do all the law in the unclean land. You can't do all the law. Okay, there you go. That's one of the brothers there. You can't do all the law in the unclean land. What's up, Brother Barack? How you doing?
All right, my brother. I looked up and I called. I said, that's right. He got a show tonight.
Yes, sir.
Finishing other stuff up, so I said, let me jump on.
Well, I'm glad you made it. But let me finish saying my statement over here. Like they say, like I said, this brother say, you can't do all the law in an unclean land. You can't do you can't do the law. You can't do the law. I said, oh, you mean tell me, oh, well, I don't eat pork. No, he'll tell you don't eat pork. You don't eat no catfish and certain things like that. He'll tell you. And I'm thinking, I ain't gonna allow him, the brother, but I'm practically thinking he'll say, you can't keep the Sabbath in the unclean land. See, the stuff but he worked, he got a good job. You see what I'm saying? Well, what you supposed to do? Fear God and depart from evil. Oh, fear God, fear Yah, and depart from evil. How do you do that? Fear Yah and depart from evil. But tell me, what should I do to fear Yah? Fear Yah and depart from evil. I mean, I said, man, this dude, boy, he done went backwards. He used to be on line. He used to be going down that road, boy, that golden road to heaven. He was heading that way. All of a sudden, he done veered on a whole nother way. Somebody put something in his head. You can't do all the law. I said, okay. And I asked him a question earlier. I said, brother that I'm talking about, I asked him, I said, I want to ask you a question. What's your concern, or what is your answer to all when it comes to the law? I don't know if he answered it yet or not. I'm gonna find out when I get off of here. But what's your answer to all when it comes to the law? See what I'm saying? I asked him that question for a purpose. Because the Creator said, do this throughout your generations. Do this in all your dwellings. See, now I'm gonna see where you're gonna be at on this situation. Oh, well, you know what I mean. I don't know what you mean, bro. You said you can't do all the law. You may say you can't do the commandments. That's what you say now. I don't know who you're following, but you say that, and that's what you promote. I'm not giving no names, but the point is that's exactly what he do. So you mean to tell me? And then he had, like I said, he asked me a question. When did Israel keep the Passover outside the land? I said in Numbers chapter, I think that's Numbers chapter 9, 1 through 5. I believe it is. Matter of fact, let me see if I can find it for you real quick. Let me read it real quick. I like to show what I know, and I'm going to tell you what I said. Numbers 9, where we at? Number 9 is 1 through 5. Let me read that for you real quick. Right here. That's 30. I'm way off. I come near the beginning of that. Numbers chapter 9. Get over it 1 or 2 pages. This is what I hit them with. Do it like this. I ain't giving no name because I ain't putting nobody out there like that. The observance of the Passover, right here. Chapter 9. Numbers chapter 9. Listen to this. And Yah spake unto Moses in the wilderness of Sinai in the first month of the second year after they were come out of the land of Egypt. After they came out of the land of Egypt, right? Saying, let the children of Israel also keep the Passover at his appointed season. In his appointed season. They ain't made it to the land yet. Oh, the Creator, he was the presence. His presence was with them then. The whole point is the Father say what he say. And this is what I'm getting at. See, a lot of people don't pay attention. When the Father speaks, he speak what he speak, he say what he say, and he mean what he mean. When the Father told Nadab and what was it, Aaron's 2 sons, don't put no thing. I don't even know if he said don't do it. They put some strange fire. The Creator have certain things did a specifically certain way. If he say something, he say it specifically to be what it is. A lot of people don't pay no attention. So if the Father say something, he said what he said. If he said forever, that's what he mean. Right here. So when the brother said, show me where the Creator, let me make sure I get this right here. The observance of the Passover. And Yah spake unto Moses. Let me go ahead and read it down for y'all. in the wilderness of Sinai in the first month of the second year. This is when they first came out. Now, and you want me to show you how the Creator is on point? He told you to keep it forever. He's showing you, he's revving you up. Okay, you did it in Egypt, you're doing it right here. When else did he have to tell you? The Father don't have to talk to you 2 or 3 times. He told you this. All he did right here was to confirm what he said last year. He confirmed it. Now, we're looking for the written word all the time. But when the Creator say something, he say what he mean. Verse 2, let the children of Israel also keep the Passover at its appointed time, at his appointed time, at his appointed season, shall I say. Verse 3, in the 14th day of this month at even, which is noon, in the 14th day of this month at even, ye shall keep it in his appointed season, according to all the rites of it. You see that? According to all the rites of it, and according to all the ceremonies thereof shall ye keep it. You see that? According to everything he said, everything, you do it the same way. You do it the same way. Now, I guess somebody just hit me with that as well. Verse 4, and Moses spake unto the children of Israel that they should keep the Passover. See, he confirming it. And they kept the Passover on the 14th day of the first month at even, meaning at noon, in the wilderness of Sinai, according to all that Yah commanded Moses, so did the children of Israel. Now, you know something? Oh, no, I'm talking about when they did it in captivity. I'm not talking about the president of the Creator was with them then. Now, 1 through 5, there's Numbers 9, 1 through 5. See, the Father he showed me when he just showed me. I'm going to tell you, this is realization for me right now as I'm talking to y'all. As I'm seeing it, reading it, I'm seeing what the Creator is saying. We're supposed to keep the Passover all the time, everywhere, in all your dwellings throughout your generation. No different than you keep Christmas every year. No different than you keep Easter, that pagan holiday they just had, named Easter after Ostros, whatever that god is, that god name is of the Zidonians. Y'all keep that. But y'all want to recognize the Creator's word. You see what I'm saying? People don't pay it no attention. It's right here in the book. You have to understand, things be so close to you that you cannot even see. So now I understand. I got a rebuttal for that, brother. Now, when did they keep the Passover outside the land? It happened in Egypt. That was the first time it happened. We're not supposed to do it in an unclean land. It was unclean when they first did it. Man, boy. Man. Creator open your eyes if you're really looking. Creator show you what you need to know if you're looking. Again, where we at? 24. Now I hit 23 one more time. Exodus 12, verse 23. For Yahweh passed through to smite the Egyptians, and when he seeth the blood upon the lintel and on the 2 side posts, Yah will pass over the door and will not suffer the destroyer to come in to your houses to smite you. Like I said, time of Corona could have happened then. You never know. And ye shall observe this thing for an ordinance to thee and to thy sons forever. 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 Do y'all understand what that means? And we just got to reading what he just said. The next year, do it the exact same way. And it shall come to pass when ye become to the land which Yah will give you, according as he had promised, that ye shall keep this service. He still tell you to keep this service. And it shall come to pass when your children shall say unto you, here we go. Now, this is what children do all the time. When they trying to find the creator, they start asking you questions. When children start getting inquisitive, they're gonna start asking questions about certain things. Right? And it shall come to pass, when your children shall say unto you, what mean ye by this service? Now, no different than people are teaching their children Christmas. I remember talking to this dude around quote unquote Christmas time. And we was in a barbershop. Now, this boy looked like he was up in age. Now, he looked like he's about maybe 16, 17. Could have been that age. Could have been, he looked like he's well over 12. But like it could have been about anywhere between 14 to 18, right? His father's in the chair, getting his hair cut. The boy's sitting on the side. Me and the barber, we having a conversation. Man, you know, they're kids, man, they're kids. I said, man, I don't teach my children about no Christmas and stuff, and that's a lie. Christmas ain't a lie. I said, man, you know Christmas is a lie. I'm just being, I ain't trying to be like, oh, what would you, who? I'm just straight up. Man, Christmas is a lie, man. You know ain't no Santa Claus. And I kind of looked at the boy, and he was shocked. There was no Santa Claus. It kind of looked like that. I don't know. But the boy looked like he was old enough to understand that there ain't no Christmas. But the whole point is, I don't know if the father sat there and nobody said nothing. Because I was still telling the truth. But yet still, we had a conversation. No, man, you know, man, the kids got to be kids, man. We got to let the kids. I said, we lying to them, man. You're lying to the children. You're keeping a lie going so they can perpetually keep the lie going. Why keep lying to your children? Just tell them there ain't no Christmas, ain't no Santa Claus. Well, you know, we want to give them. I said, you can give them a gift anytime, any day. Any day you can give a child a gift if you decide you want to give them a gift. I don't feed into that. I tell them straight up, I don't feed into that junk. I tell them quick. My mother, family, everybody, I don't celebrate. I ain't even a part of that stuff. It's a lie. But here, what it says in verse 25 and 26, it says, verse 24, and ye shall observe this thing for an ordinance that to thee and to thy sons forever. 25. And it shall come to pass. It's going to come to pass. Just like the children always, they're going to be inquisitive and ask about almost anything. And it shall come to pass when ye shall come to the land which Yah will give you, according as he has promised, that ye shall keep this service. You're going to keep the service when you get in the land. You're going to keep it until you get in the land. You're going to keep it after you get in the land. When you get kicked out, that don't mean that for you to stop. But we went through certain situations because of our disobedience. They want to keep the disobedience. 26. And it shall come to pass when your children shall say unto you, they always do, what mean ye by this service? What mean? Well, why are we doing this? They're going to always ask questions. That ye shall say, it is the sacrifice of Yah's Passover. It is the sacrifice of Yah's Passover, who passed over the houses of the children of Israel in Egypt when he smote the Egyptians and delivered our houses, and the people bowed their head and worshiped. Let me read that last part again. 27. And ye shall say, it is Yah's sacrifice of Yah's Passover. It is the sacrifice of Yah's Passover, who passed over the houses of the children of Israel in Egypt, when he smote the Egyptians and delivered deliver our houses, and the people bowed their head and worshiped. And the children of Israel went away and did as Yah had commanded Moses and Aaron, so did they. This is what happened. And when the children ask, we're supposed to let them know. We're supposed to tell them. But a lot of people like lying to the children. Right? Ain't that what they like doing? Don't they like lying to the children? But you know something? It's a sad thing, but you keep them lies going up. Yep. People keep them lies going up. But the whole point, the Creator said it right here. And that's like I said to my brother right here watching on my hookup. I got something for you. Matter of fact, it's right here. You ask me a question, I'm going to tell you what it is. You ask me where did the Creator, where did the children of Israel keep the Passover outside the land? And I gave you the second time they did it, which is Numbers chapter 9, verse 1 through 5. Then you said, but the Creator was with them. When did they do it in their enemy's land? When they was in Egypt. That's when they did it. When they first, before they even left Egypt, is when they kept the Passover. And like I say, it's so close to home, people can't see. If they did it then, that was the reason for us coming out. And he said, do it continually from that point on. I just seen it tonight for the first time. Tonight. The Creator opened my eyes to see it was in Egypt. We wasn't in our land. Was we in our land then? Nope, we was in Egypt. We was in Egypt when we first kept the Passover. The Father said, do it forever. Now, it's no matter if you're in the land or out the land. No different than people that's teaching their children all these heathen holidays and stuff today. We're supposed to be teaching our children the way to do it, the way the Creator told us to do it. We just read it, and the Father showed me right here in the scripture. I see it clear as day. But hey, people do what they want to do. All I can say is that I'm going to do what the Creator said do. And I'm going to tell you, out of all the years that I've known it the way I've known it, me reading it tonight, I see it on a whole different level. No different when the Creator gave Emmanuel. In Isaiah 7:14, said within 65 years. But right down verse 8 is when he gave Emmanuel, but he changed the name to speed up the process. A lot of people don't know that. That was a sign. Emmanuel was a sign. But the people don't know that. Let me see what my brother said over here. My brother, I've got Sakal is watching. I got Stephen's been in Israel. The memorial of the Passover have never been kept in Egypt. Oh, when did it start? You are not telling us. So you mean to tell me they didn't keep Passover in Egypt? When they left, that wasn't the first Passover. That was the beginning. That was the first Passover. And if he said keep it forever from that point on, that was the first one. That's why he said go and read Numbers chapter 9 and understand what's being said. That was the next year. He don't have to tell you to keep doing it. He told you what to do. But hey, that's on you. Let me read it. Say, you am I lying? Go back and read for yourself. And say, the memorial of the Passover has never been kept in another man's land. Stop lying. There's no scripture that supports what you're saying. I just told you. He just told you right here in Egypt. He just told you right here in Egypt, right? Did they keep it in Egypt? Did they or did they not? Did they do it in Egypt, should I say? Not keep it. Did they do it in Egypt before they left? Did they do it in the wilderness? And after they did it in the wilderness, did they keep it from that point on? All you doing, you looking for it to be written. That's what you're doing. See what I'm saying? People are too busy looking for something to be, okay, don't say it here. Everything has got to be written down. You can't see the full life of Moses throughout this book. You can't see the full, every prophet and everybody, you don't see the full life. You see portions of the life. You don't know every single move and everything they did every year throughout their life. You know portions of what's been written. And that's the problem with a lot of people that too busy looking in here for every little single step. And the Father just gave the commandments, told you what to do and what not to do. You are lying. The memorial of the Passover has never been kept in another man's land. Really? Stop lying. There's no scripture to support. See, there's no scripture. There's no scripture. The Bible only carries so much. You see what I'm saying? People have no common sense. Common sense would give you understand. The Creator going to let you read this scripture. It's going to jump out at you. And it's going to let you understand. The Creator only tell you something once. If he tell you one thing, then if he tell you another thing, he give you a confirmation. He gives you a confirmation to what he done said. A lot of times, that's all he give. He don't have to keep telling you the same thing over and over again because you already know what to do from that point on. What does all means, Brother Cephas, Ben Israel? What do you say all mean? All your habitations, all your dwellings. Since you choiceful on your all, you can't do all the law. You can't do all the law in the unclean land. You can't do all the law. Just fear God and depart from evil. Well, how do you fear God? Fear God and depart from evil. How do you fear God and depart from evil? Yeah, that sounds crazy. But don't support that and just say, keep the commandments. That's simple. Keep the commandments. You can't do all the commandments. People always look for something negative instead of something positive and don't realize they're supporting the negative. They don't even realize. They don't even realize they're supporting not keeping the law just by saying don't do it. It's something. I'm gonna read your stuff. I ain't gonna hide you. But I got to get ready to go to part 2, so I hope you come back to part 2. I read Exodus 12. That's what I'm on now. I'm on 12 right now, so I'm gonna come back. Actually, I'm at 12:29 when we come back. So I went through all that. So you'll have to come back to read it for yourself in part 1. Other than that, everyone, and I'm glad you did come in, Cephas. Other than that, everybody, this is the end of part 1 of Mikael's knowledge of truth. And also, I'm just going to call this Exodus chapter 12. I was going to go through certain situations, what have you. Exodus chapter 12, which is, I'm going to just call it unleavened bread, but I'm just going to call it Exodus chapter 12 is where we're at tonight. You can listen to this and have your own thoughts. I told you, if you go through when I was reading it, I told you what hit me at this point. As I'm talking tonight, what hit me while I'm reading it. I read and I was reading it and I was going through it and I made a certain scenario and things just started coming. So you can go back and check the rest of this part 1. We're going to start back in part 2. Matter of fact, we'll do a small recap. I always do a recap. Yeah, I'll do a small recap. I'll probably take it back to either 23. I'll probably take it back to 23, maybe, and then just read on down and go into verse 20. I think we had 29. We started 29, which is the death of the firstborn. That's where we get ready to get started when we come back. So other than that, I'd just like to share with you that I am that Mikael in Daniel chapter 12, verses 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that's me. Showing the holy people who they're really supposed to be, waking them out of their dead beds, which is really in their heads. For all of you who live in the new, this is for you. I'm that same Mikael in Revelations 12, battling that red dragon where Satan dwells, who deceiveth the whole world but prevaileth not, because the horn is blown without a doubt. This was prophesied for you to see that Mikael is really me. And I think what my brother Cephas is really referring to is where the Creator said where he chose to put his name at. He put his name in Judea, Jerusalem. That's where the Creator put his name at because that's where he had the temple built. That's where David, where he put his name is with David because David was the king that he established. Even though Saul was the quote unquote first king, but he got rid of Saul, knocked him out the way, but he isn't established, but he was the first king. David was established or is established as the king of Judah. The king of Judah, this is where he put his name at. He put his name in Jerusalem. This is where we're supposed to go to do the ritual that he want the heads. Now this is in Zechariah, since we breaking it down, and maybe some clarity for my brother Caesar in Israel. Even in Zechariah, and also in I believe Ezekiel in the 40s, it talks about where the home is at, where his home is at. But don't forget, what does it say right over here in Exodus 19? Let me get that for you real quick. Right here. Right there. Right at the commandment. Exodus 19:5, so I'm going to show y'all something. This is what people fail to realize. Exodus 19 verse 5 says, now, therefore, if ye will obey my voice indeed and keep my covenant, then ye shall be a peculiar treasure unto me above all people. What? For all the earth is mine. Right? The whole earth is the Creator's. Then it says, and ye shall be unto me a what? A kingdom of priests. And we're going to be a kingdom of priests. We're going to be a kingdom of priests all over the world. Every nation, tongue, and people going to be understanding us because we're going to be all over the world sharing the information. All Israel ain't going to be in Jerusalem at one place. Not all Israel. That's our homeland where many of us going to come to, but we're going to be spread throughout the earth. And everybody's going to learn the law through us and from us. Right? For all the earth is the Creator's. This is why I said the knowledge of the Creator going to cover the earth as the waters cover the sea. That's in Isaiah chapter 11. Then it says, and ye shall be unto me, and ye shall be unto me a kingdom of priests. What's the kingdom? Is it not going to be the earth, or is it just going to be in one place in the earth? Y'all tell me. And ye shall be unto me a kingdom of priests and a holy nation. These are the words which thou shalt speak unto the children of Israel. We're going to be all over the earth. And what it's going to be in Zechariah, what it said is that there is not going to be no rain in your part of the land or in your part of land where you're going to be staying at in the earth if you don't come to Jerusalem these times in the year. He's not talking about everybody. He's talking about the heads of those tribes. The head, wherever you at in the earth, y'all got to travel to Jerusalem and pay homage home as we supposed to when that time comes. Right now, we are in what he said, but showing mercy unto thousands of them that love me and keep my commandments. The mercy is going on today because we were in captivity, but now you have to free your mind. A lot of people think it's the body. You have to free your mind first. Everything starts here. Everything starts in the mind. Everything starts there first, and then the body and everything else will flow. People fail to realize that. We got too many physical people. What else the brother had to say? Okay. He said, read it again. 12 and 25. Exodus 12:25, sir. And it shall come to pass when ye become in the, when ye shall become in the land. See how people don't read? They read past what it said. When ye shall come in the land. But what happened before they got to the land? You see what I'm saying? No understanding. And it shall come to pass. That means when it happens. When ye be come into the land which Yah shall give you, according as he has promised. Yes, he did. He did promise that, and I did read that. That ye shall keep this service. Yeah. You should keep the serving when you get in land. You know probably why he said that? Because a lot of people forget, and just like they stopped doing a lot of things a lot of times, they stopped doing it. They stopped doing it today. They stopped doing it. But you know what? Some people only see where they at, and they'll never change. They don't read this. They don't read the word to know, to study, to let the word to become a part of them. They read to what it says in Isaiah chapter 58. They read to debate, to point the finger. That's what they do. Again, I am that Mikael in Daniel chapter 12, verses 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that's me. Showing the holy people who they're really supposed to be. Waking them out of their dead beds, which is really in their heads. For all of you who's living in the new, this is for you. I'm that same Mikael in Revelations 12, battling that red dragon where Satan dwell, who deceiveth the whole world but prevaileth not, because the horn is blown without a doubt. This was prophesied for you to see that Mikael is really me. Get wisdom, get knowledge, but in all thy getting, get an understanding. Why? Because understanding will keep thee. A lot of people don't have it. So other than that, we're going to pause you, Zoom. We're going to pause you. We'll be right back with part 2 of Exodus chapter 12. We'll be right back in a few moments, and we'll see you in a few moments. Peace.
Recording stopped.
All right. And for now, and for everybody on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook, excuse me, we'll be right back with part 2 in a few moments. But just wanted to share with you, in the rising, which is and when the sun comes up, we're going to have Introduction to Sovereign Class of Knowledge. That's Introduction to Sovereign Class of Knowledge. By having Introduction to Sovereign Class of Knowledge, we're actually sharing information how to get in your private office, if you're interested in getting there, to separate yourself from the system. We're there, things are happening, and people are growing in this day and time. So it's up to you if you're interested. Just wanted to share with you. What I would like to ask, just text me your name, number, and your email. Your name, number, and email. And then what I would do, I will share with you information in your email, and you will accept my Zoom dates. This is the only private one, the one for tomorrow at 7:30 a.m. or at 9 p.m. tomorrow night after Tuesday. Tomorrow after after Tuesday, the sun is down at 9 p.m. Eastern, or tomorrow in the rising, we're going to have Introduction to Sovereign Class of Knowledge. And if you're interested, like I say, text me your name, your number, and your email. Once you text me those things, then I didn't have to make the post. He already here. Then you can come to the post. I mean, you can come to the class, and we got a lot to share about things, and you're gonna understand things in this day and time that has been hidden from you that you're supposed to learn in your adolescent years. By the time you turn 18, you're supposed to be able to pick up your trust. But it's a lot of information that you got to get to that before you can get to that status. So, if you will, just text me your name, number, email. And also, when you text me your name, number, email, also text me you'd like to know more about the sovereign classes. Or you can ask about the alkaline water and alkaline teas. The alkaline water and alkaline teas, or the sovereign classes. Or you can ask about both, and I'll send you information for both. But these are my Zooms that I'm sharing with you right now. And again, like I said, you can text me at 770-572-5315. That's 770-572-5315. Or you can email me at lkhyym@gmail.com. Again, that's lkhyym@gmail.com. All right. You can text me there, and you can also, now these are my public platforms on Zoom and throughout the time that we're here. The public, we're here on the Sabbath, which is I call that Sabbath Assembly of the Righteous, and we're here at 12 p.m. noon Eastern Time at the Assembly of the Righteous on the Sabbath day, which is they call Saturday at 12 p.m. noon Eastern Time. You're welcome to come in. Like I say, this is on my Zoom, and also we're on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram at that time as well. Then we're also here on Night After Sunday. Night After Sunday, that is. That's people call it Sunday night, but it's the night after Sunday at 9 p.m. And it's called that show or that platform is called Fight Fire with Truth, which is actually open conversation. That's Fight Fire with Truth, which is open conversation. Last night I did third sovereign testimony. That was my third sovereign testimony. I did that last night, and some people got a kick out of it with the information that I shared and showed proof. I was on A&E nationwide, and I shared the proof of that and how I beat the case. How I beat the case. So that was on last night. It's called third sovereign testimony. So I'm doing this to let y'all know. I'm putting testimonies out there for sovereigns because they're lying about the things that sovereigns go through and the ones that actually know their stuff. You got some people learning, but they don't get all the way through. Just like school, you got to go from 1 to 12th grade before you graduate. So you got to get to the 12th grade. You got to graduate to know your stuff to get to what you need to have to do what you need to do. All right. So there's a lot of people out there that's doing a lot of information. A lot of people have remedies, but we do as well. So that's all I can say. So at this point, that's Fight Fire with Truth on which is open conversation on night after Sunday at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Then we have tonight's broadcast, which is Mikael's Knowledge of Truth. Mikael's Knowledge of Truth every night after Monday at 9 p.m., this is after Monday, this is the night after Monday. Mikael's Knowledge of Truth at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. All these are my Zooms and all these are the platforms that I have. The only one that's private and private only and Zoom only is the one I share with you on Tuesday mornings and the night after Tuesday, which is tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Eastern and in the rising at 7:30 a.m. Eastern. If you're interested, text me your name, number, email, and we'll go from there. It's other stuff that's going to have to be done because it's strategic, important information that you have to learn, know, and then that's why it depends if you're serious about it. So that's for the Zooms. Now, excuse me, for the public platforms. For the public platforms, I'm on YouTube and X, formerly known as Twitter. That's YouTube and X, formerly known as Twitter. And both of them is under Juice Pro 33. They're under Juice Pro 33. See, did I read that already? Oh, okay, yeah, I did read that. I'm just making sure that I didn't miss anything. My brother, she's been in Israel sharing that information in 25 and still missed the boat. So, like I said, this is Juice Pro 33 on X, formerly known as Twitter, and also on YouTube, which is my main YouTube now. That's Juice Pro 33, and it's spelled JUICE PRO 33. Again, that's JUICE PRO 33, right? Okay, and then you can catch me on Facebook. My Facebook is Mikael Harris, which is spelled MI apostrophe CHAEL space HARRIS. Again, that's MI apostrophe CHAEL space HARRIS. All right, that's my Facebook. Then you can also catch me on Instagram and one of my Twitters. No, one of my TikToks. Twitters. That's my Instagram and one of my TikToks under Lkhyym _ the juice. Again, which is spelled LKHYYM _ THEJUICE. Again, that's LKHYYM _ TheJuice. All right. That's on my Instagram and one of my Twitters. My other TikTok. My other TikTok and my other YouTube, which you can like, subscribe, and share to that one as well. My other TikTok and my other YouTube is under Michael the Juice Harris, which is all together, all one word. There's 4 words all together as one, which is MichaelTheJuiceHarris. Again, that's MichaelTheJuiceHarris. All right. It's Michael the Juice Harris all together in one word. That's on my other YouTube and my other TikTok. Right. Last but not least, you can also subscribe or get on my Patreon and my Rumble. Both of them, which is patreon.com/LKHYYM, as well as my rumble.com/LKHYYM. All right. All right. So that's it for part 1. We're getting ready to start part 2 in a few moments, and we'll be picking back up. We'll probably pick up at verse 23. But other than that, I thank y'all for your time, your patience, your listening ear, your seeing eye. Let's make sure we good over here. Okay, good. Get you ready. Okay, but no, let me do this because I don't want to make a mistake. So I'm going to say bye over here with first Instagram. I thank you for your time, your patience, your listening ear, your seeing eye. I appreciate, love you. See you soon. And always, let's see who came in. You got Luna's World. Luna's World. Glad you was able to join us for the moment. Thank you for your time, your patience, your listening ear, and your seeing eye. Appreciate, love you. See you soon. And always, peace. All right. That's the Instagram. You're gone. There you go. All right. Now for Facebook. Well, my brother Steve been in Israel. I didn't want to put his name out there, but since he came on, I shared what needs to be shared. He just kept telling me, let me go ahead and read what he said one more time before we go. He said, the memorial of the Passover has never been kept in Egypt. You are not telling the truth. The memorial. It had to be a memorial. That was the start. You are lying. The memorial of the Passover has never been kept in another man's land. Stop lying. There's no scripture to support what you're saying. You don't have to support it because the Creator said do it. That supports it. The memorial, the actual Passover is where Yahweh passed over the firstborn of the children of Israel, but the memorial is only to be kept in the land. Did it say that? It didn't say that. It didn't say only to be kept in the land. Did it say that? Did it say that? Did it say only? All with your all, since you got to do all, did it say only? Now, look who's lying. You see what I'm saying? You got to see, people don't know how to, the Creator never said only. Did you see the word only? Let me, hold on. Boy, man, only, boy. Everything else, only one that's that's live right now is YouTube Live and Facebook. But it don't say only. Let's go right here. He said what? He said only in the land. Read Exodus 12:25. Now, okay, I think he put 12:25 down. Matter of fact, let me read it right here. Now, in fact, I'm going to come back with part 2 and start there and then jump over here. 12:25. And it said, yeah. And it shall come to pass when ye shall be come into the land which Yah shall give you, according as he had promised, that ye shall keep this service. What does it say only at? See who lying? You in your own head, bruh. Let me keep it moving then. So since he said I'm gonna come back and read this, I ain't gonna be able to read this because it's gonna be gone. But yet and still, look who's lying. Look who's lying. All right. Read it again. Exodus 20:25, sir. And it shall come to pass when ye be come into the land which Yah will give you, according as he had promised, that ye shall keep this service. Does it says only? It don't say only. And this is the problem. Good night, sir. Good night. You off and you're wrong. I got something for you. Peace. Man. Only. Boy, people, see, this is what I mean by people getting their own head. I got a sister like that. I don't mean a real sister. I mean a sister that's around our connection. I got to get her out of her own head. She been in her own head. She be thinking something and it don't even be what it is. Like this. The credit never said only. Boy, other than that, over here on YouTube Live, I thank you for your time, your patience, your listening ear, and your seeing eye. Peace. Boy, I love getting people.